And so that's my story. That's us in the very beginning. My father in that picture is probably about 23 years old, maybe 24. So he's really, really young. When you get to my age, a 23, 24-year-old seems like a kid, right? So that's one kid raising two kids and kind of doing something that was tough. And so one of the things I said was, and here's what I wrote, and I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to kind of explain to you how it connects to economic elevation. So I wrote, my biological father abandoned me when I was a baby. My stepfather, pictured here, chose to marry my mother at the age of 22 and take care of us. I'm sure a lot of men don't understand why he would take care of another man's child, but I was so appreciative that when I got older, I bought him a new van and finished paying off his house. There's nothing I wouldn't do for this man. I also thank my mother for choosing not to abort me. When you invest in kids when they are young, they look out for you when you get older. This is the side of investing that nobody talks about. The greatest investments we can make in life are not stocks, bonds, or real estate. The most significant investments we can make are in people. And so I made that point to not because it's a feel good point, but I made the point because I want you to really understand how wealthy you are. A lot of us think that we're not wealthy because we don't have any money. And that is a falsehood. That is a myth. It does not mean that money does not matter. We talk about money and wealth every single day. But one of the secrets to really accelerating your wealth is to find all the wealth that exists around you that does not show up in the form of a green piece of paper. Do you understand? In fact, the green piece of paper called the dollar, in case you don't know, it's not really backed by anything. It used to be backed by gold. Now it's not backed by anything other than your enormous faith in white people, in the white men who run the government. No disrespect to white people. If you're white, we still love you, but it's the facts. This is the facts, right? So that piece of paper has a value because you psychologically believe that it has value. If we stop believing in the dollar, then the dollar loses a lot of its value. Okay, and so, but again, the dollars matter. I want you to have lots of dollars in your pocket. So don't think that I'm sitting here trying to inflate us with conspiracy theories, but I just want you to understand what wealth generally looks like. So the other reason I thought about my dad was not just because I had that personal experience of going back to Colleen and reflecting on how, the beginnings and how fragile things were. I mean, a lot of things could have went wrong. If my parents had just decided, on a bad day, hey, I hate you, I'm leaving, and my dad just bounced out and left the house, there's no telling what would have happened to me. If my mother, as a 17-year-old single mother without support from my biological father, if she had bumped into, some person at Planned Parenthood who said, that we can make this problem go away in about 20 minutes, then I would not exist, right? I would have been the problem. I would have gone away. Now, the other side of that, though, is that when we've sat around as a family and had honest conversations about these things and how tough things were, the choices that were made, little tiny decisions that were made that led to long-term implications, that made me think about a concept in economics that we refer to as ripple effects. And ripple effects are when you make little bitty decisions in your life that you think don't matter at the moment. Like you might go to the bathroom at 10:02 instead of going to the bathroom at 10:07. And the fact that you went to the bathroom at 10:02 means you bumped into this person on your way to the bathroom who happens to become your wife and you're married for the next 40 years, right? But if you had gone to the bathroom at 10:07,